President Trump held an event at the White House this afternoon calling on Republicans to support the so-called Big Beautiful Bill. This is the road ahead for the signature legislation for the president's agenda seems rocky. The president says the measures will remarkably improve the economy.
And according to the Council of Economic Advisors, these reforms will protect or create more than 7 million jobs, add 3.1% to economic growth, reduce taxes for the typical American by nearly 15%, and increase take-home pay for the normal family of four by at least $13,000, and that takes place immediately.
Major developments on Capitol Hill. Senate Republicans said they may delay hundreds of billions of dollars in Medicaid cuts in the Big Beautiful Bill to win over GOP moderate holdouts. But several House Republicans say that's not going to fly, along with other changes to the Senate they intend to make. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales joins us with the latest developments. Erik.
Well, good evening, Tara. You know, bottom line, this massive bill filled with President Trump's domestic agenda is on the verge of imploding. House and Senate Republicans remain at odds over the bill's cost to the national debt and other key provisions like Medicaid cuts and tax breaks.
You know, we fought very, very, very hard to have a bill that really gets into the direction of right-sizing government. It doesn't go enough, in my opinion, as far as making cuts, but at least we're going to pay for some of the tax cuts.
House Freedom Caucus Chair Andy Harris agreed. I spoke with him by phone after he met with Senate leadership.
The current rumored version increases the budget deficit by $1 trillion over 10 years versus the House version that was sent over there. That wasn't the deal we had agreed to.
Chairman Harris adds he and other conservative hawks are going to stand firm.
There are enough members over in the House who are going to insist on the House budget framework with regards to deficit reduction. So I think if that product came over here tonight, it would fail.
Negotiations continue over the state and local tax deduction cap, also known as SALT. The House version raises the deduction from $10,000 to $40,000, but the Senate appears poised to cut that amount. Lawmakers from California, New Jersey, and New York, states with high taxes, say the Senate version will not pass.
At the end of the day, the $10,000 number is unacceptable, and it's not something that any of us would support.
Another sticking point continues to be the Medicaid provider tax crackdown and its impact on rural hospitals. Hundreds of Medicaid supporters have filled the halls of Congress this week, voicing their opposition to the cuts.
This bill is going to hurt so many people. It's going to hurt rural communities. It's going to hurt the elderly, the disabled, people who need services like drug addiction, mental health.
Still, Senate Republicans remain optimistic.
This bill is so important. It's going to prevent the largest tax hike in history. There are so many other great things that no one's talking about. We're going to defund anyone who's doing abortions out there, taking federal funds away from people that are doing abortions.
And if that's not enough to deal with, listen to this. A Senate parliamentarian also threw a wrench into the negotiation. She ruled that a number of revenue-producing items in the package must be dropped. Senate Majority Leader John Thune intends to keep the Senate in session to get this bill across the finish line. But at this point, this massive bill is in trouble, and lawmakers may be spending the July 4th recess right here in the swamp. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.